Someone at HelloFresh had to sit there and watch this and approve it. And they did. That's awesome. Generic intro into that goes movie here, back with another nostalgic video, and today we're doing another super video with Superman Returns, which is a movie that came out in 2006 according to this little preview thing. I'm sorry, did it say 2.5 hours long? I did not actually see that until just now. The last video I did was Supergirl, and that was a little bit of rough. You want to check out my reaction to that video, I'll leave it right up there. Also link down below in the description. Also in a place on my channel with all my other nostalgia critic reactions. Go in chronological order. Now that video has not gone public yet. The patrons have it right now. So, and I also had a charity shout out. So whatever that video makes in the first day, we'll go to the charity that was at the end of that video, which I believe was like what, HIV Houston, I want to say. I recorded that video like what, a week ago now, and I'm doing a whole bunch of travel, so I'm having to record ahead of time. And if this video probably has a charity shout out, whatever this video makes in the first day, we'll also go at charity, and I will hopefully prove that in the beginning of the next nostalgic video for both of those, showing that I did donate how much the video made in the very first day. So if you're curious how much these videos makes in the first day, which is most of the revenue, will be like that. I can't do that because, or I can only do that because of the patrons. So shout out to them. $3 a month gets you all my reaction videos a day early. Could not do this if it was not for them. I do read all your comments, whether you're a patron or not, whether you're subscribed or not, but I hope you are subscribed to some of the future videos, and I look forward to, I think we have 2 more super movies to do after this by Nostalgia Critic, but this is going to be Superman Returns, and I've of course seen like 3 or 4 DC movies ever, and none of those are Superman movies. So let's go ahead, jump into Superman Returns. All right.
This episode brought to you by HelloFresh.
HelloFresh.
Delicious pre-measured ingredients and
if you watch
chef-made
Supergirl, I had a charity shout out. That video hasn't gone public yet, so I can't donate the first day of ad revenue to the charity because the video hasn't gone public yet. So I'll show the next one. And this video has charity shout out. Whatever this video makes in the first day will also go to the charity that is shouted out in this video. But yeah. This is going to be Superman Returns from 2006. It's crazy because I just did the kill count by Dead Meat for Black Christmas, the 2006 remake. So these movies came out in the exact same year. Granted, I did that a couple hours ago because these are my Wednesday videos, but it is a Sunday that I'm recording this because I'm doing so much traveling. Oh, so much stuff going on.
Man, I remember that being a good teaser.
Was it? I've never seen it.
Even though you have been raised as a human being, you are not one of them.
This isn't the trailer, is it?
They can be a great people if they wish to be. I have sent them you, my son.
I have never seen this trailer before.
Man,
that was it?
Still holds up.
Too bad the movie sucks ass.
Is it bad?
Hell is this?
What?
I watched one Superman Returns video. It doesn't mean that's all I want to see.
Yep, nope, that's how that is. Also, no dark mode.
No, Superman Returns will never be trending.
Oh, they took away the trending tab, didn't they? It used to be a tab.
Hey, movie nerds! Today I want to talk about the Snyder Cut and how it's not Superman Returns.
What the shit?
Now I, for
When
one,
did the
am
Snyder
shocked that
Cut
it's
come
not
out?
Superman Returns. I mean, everything pointed to the Snyder Cut being Superman Returns.
Is the Snyder Cut like super long? I mean, this movie's 2.5 hours
Superman
long.
Returns.
Today on But the Chart Says, we're going to be taking a look at the likelihood of the Snyder Cut becoming a hit. But seeing as how you clicked on a Superman Returns video, every video you see now has to be about that.
How do you even know
The
that?
actual
You
thing.
might be wondering to yourself how I would even know that.
Charts.
Well, if you look at the chart.
Yep.
All right, I guess I'm talking about Superman Returns.
Sure. Is that actually how this video like kind of started? He watched the trailer and then his feed filled up with it?
2006, with almost 20 years since the last Superman movie and several bizarre attempts with several bizarre people gone awry,
I'm sorry,
Superman Returns
what?
settled on the master of comic book movies at the time, Bryan Singer. He achieved surprising success with the first 2 X-Men films, so
I
he
haven't seen
seemed
them.
like a good middle-of-the-road choice for the Man of Steel. The only problem was, it was 2006. While superhero movies were just starting
that's
to make
actually
a
kinda
comeback,
cool.
they were nowhere near
When did
the
Iron Man come out?
powerhouse they are today.
Yeah,
People
no.
didn't exactly know what the best way to handle them was, so they were mostly played pretty safe. Say what you will about comic book films after, but there's
that-
no doubt several
What,
of them
Kevin Spacey?
pushed
I haven't
the
seen.
envelope.
I've seen that
Before
one.
then,
I saw that
even
Joker.
The biggest hits didn't take that
That's one of the
many risks.
3 DC
Superman
movies I've seen.
Returns might be the crowning achievement of playing it.
First
too
one was Green
safe.
Lantern, then it
While
was the
certainly
first
tapping on
Suicide Squad
ideas
movie,
that
and then
could be made interesting.
Joker.
It retreaded way too much of what's already been done before, resulting in a major bore fest. Audiences mainly said the deep stuff is fine, but Superman doesn't even throw a punch in this.
What?
Causing the film to majorly underperform at the box office.
So it really just shows
what
that
happened
he's
to turn
invincible.
arguably the most popular superhero of all time into an excuse to catch some super Z's?
Let's
talk
I was
about
sleeping.
this 2.5 hour
It's
snoozer as nobody else
12:30
had
in
talked
the
about,
morning.
I think could actually stay
At
awake.
night.
What? Oh. Yeah, I tried, but I guess no one can get through this without falling asleep.
I just thought that a pillow and blanket were required when discussing anything about this movie.
Let's snore our way through this with Superman Returns.
Charge.
I wish
Okay, let's
I
talk
was
about,
sleeping.
in my opinion, the biggest problem with the movie, and it's right at the beginning, Superman missing for years.
What do you mean for
The excuse
years?
to
That
go
doesn't
with is
sound like him.
astronomers discovered distant remains of Krypton and he vanished. Kinda weird, but I guess could be interesting if we see the mindset, what led up to it, the choice of leaving his new home and the people he loves to possibly reconnect with a past one. Nah, just text it to us. In fact, only one sentence explains what happened. The rest
When
reminds us what we
discovered
already
distant remains of his home
know.
world,
Is
Superman
anyone going
disappeared.
into a Superman movie really not aware of this information? It's like starting off The Dark
Me?
Knight with...
Someone's guy dressed as a bat. I mean, I knew
It's
that.
spending the majority of time focusing
that.
on what's not needed, but you'll find that's kind of the wedding theme of this movie. It's gonna pop up over and over.
That's pretty stark. And this is 2006.
So you'll quickly put together,
Ruth.
this is supposed to take place in the same universe as the Richard Donner films, using the same theme and even casting their lead based on how much he looks and sounds like the late Christopher Reeve.
Late.
Well,
Oh, no, that's
I
not
certainly
good.
hope this little incident hasn't put you off flying, miss.
Well, I hope this experience hasn't put any of you off
Who
flying.
is that?
Judging by the credits, you might think, maybe
What?
this could work. The music and visuals are pretty cool.
He looks
getting
like-
you hyped
what
up.
else has he
But
done?
Tell me if this matches the style of the Donner films. Superman battles, goes! This immediately doesn't match. It'd make more sense if this popped up after that shot.
It's Batman.
Super Scooby-Doo.
Super
where
Scooby-Doo.
are you? It looks
I'd watch
like
that.
A dying old millionaire is leaving everything to Lex Luthor for
that's not-
sadly the exact reason you would expect.
You've shown me pleasures I've never known.
As the
Oh,
cast
no.
of Knives Out discovered this
Knives
via snarky
Out.
Kevin Spacey performance.
Oh.
You can keep that. The rest is mine.
And
Agree by far that is the most shocking
I've seen a
thing Kevin
clip from
Spacey will
Knives
ever
Out.
reveal about himself. Meanwhile, in Smallville, we see Superman's mother playing Scrabble with her dog. She might be nuts, as something
Maybe.
lands in her backyard.
speaking of that, I hear something outside right now.
Vegas.
That is Men in
It
Black.
looks like it's Clark, played this time by
I got a
Ruth,
reference.
arriving home via
I knew a
Kryptonian
clip
pod.
for once. Let's
You
go.
might be wondering where he got that pod from. Did he make it? Did he find it? Is it the one he was delivered to Earth in, made to fit a grown man instead of a baby? We wrote you a sentence. Check, please.
That's a big boat.
Movie started getting dull. This boring film will flop.
That's a big boat. That's an expensive boat.
This is where he learned who he was.
Lex Luthor goes searching for Superman's
How can
home
you
once
get
more,
in?
as this version is
It's-
kind
it
of
just- can you-
Halloweening itself as rather than work with the challenges of the previous bad films
I haven't
like
seen
other
Creed. I
clever
want to, though.
franchises. Singer does what he always does.
I've seen
Says,
Into the
"Nah,
Spider-Verse."
I don't wanna. Then shakes up the franchise like an Etch-a-Sketch. So now only parts 1 and 2 are canon. Even though I can't think of anything in 3 and 4 that technically gets in the way of anything here. Yeah,
We
I'd
just
argue
wanna
if
pretend they
Superman
don't
is
exist.
aware Lex Luthor knows where he lives, he'd upgrade his security a little bit, at the very least to beef up crypto. And yes, I do appreciate the irony that a film ignoring previous installments in the franchise is ignored by the continuing installments in the franchise.
Oh.
My son,
This one's ignored.
do not remember me.
Luthor comes across a crystal with Superman's father, played by Marlon Brando's, let's just assume pissed off ghost, who is unaware he's talking to Luthor.
Tell me everything. Starting with crystals.
And cinematography, the singer is
crystals.
still convinced wide-angle close-ups are the only shots there are. Clark wakes up at his mother's, has a flashback to when he was a kid playing with his powers, and tells his mom he didn't find anything on his journey.
5 years.
Bro went to space
Find
for
your
5 years.
You're home.
That place was a graveyard.
I thought it exploded.
You might be wondering what he's talking about exactly. What are the details of this already vague setup?
Don't talk about
The
it.
sentence is right there. You're gonna make him think he did a bad job. No, sentence. You were great. You did wonderful. They're wrong.
Oh.
Apparently,
Okay.
this is enough to jump right back to normal as Clark goes back to the Daily Planet ran by the loud and eccentric Perry White. played by the sleepy-eyed and fascinatingly disinterested Frank Langella.
I want to know it all. Everything. Lois, Superman.
What are these?
Why does he kind of remind me of Kevin Costner?
So you're going to do them again. Great.
Oh, wait a minute. Is he, does he play,
This man was Skeletor.
Kevin-
There was no way he was told to go bigger and he held back.
Kevin Costner's dad in Draft
Thank
Day?
me. Thank Norm Palmer for dying.
It was his time.
The doctor said twin lasers through the heart, but we all know it was old age.
Mm-hmm.
He also discovers Lois Lane, played by I'm This Many Kate
Why are they
Bosworth,
on a
won a Pulitzer
plane?
for her story Why the World Doesn't Need Superman. And Clark Kent is a douche too.
He looks just like his mom. Fearless reporter Lois Lane is a mommy.
She gave birth when she was 15.
Uh-huh.
Seriously, check the birth date. Do the math.
Oh.
A little weird.
That's...
Lex returns to the mansion where they see one of the dogs ate the other.
Weren't there two of those?
Damn it, that's so dark. I kind of have no choice but to love it. Where he tells Kumar to test the power of the crystal on a model of the city.
What? Why does that...
The crystal does so much damage, the model
just
starts
kryptonite?
screaming. Apparently we're in American Toy Story now. Causing electricity everywhere to go out, including a plane Lois is in.
Okay.
Dead.
Why would you
Dead.
why would you...
Dead.
Yeah, why would
Jesus,
you...
was Lois
unbuckle-
Supergirl this whole time and we never knew it? That'd be a fucking twist.
Honestly?
Of course, notices the plane and changes into Superman to save the day.
There's some kind of unidentified bogey coming in from the
Bogey?
north.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
Nah, it's Apache Chief.
Yeah.
I always wondered when he was coming back.
Why the plane... Okay, now that's a transition.
Don't know how we missed that.
Yeah.
As you can see, they switched out the
Also,
picture. The crowd is going wild, and we're all
smoked.
about to
That ball's
perish in
smoked.
flames.
What is the dude on
knowing you,
TikTok?
Ray. I love you, Don.
Who's like, ball.
Superman stops
Ball.
the plane from crashing, though realistically, I think it would turn to dust.
Depends
and
on
he's
how
even
fast.
reunited with Lois.
I hope this experience hasn't put any of you off flying. Statistically speaking, it's still the safest way to travel.
Well, you just
Is it safe for
the
the travel
airline's
by...
favorite movie.
Yeah.
Everybody cheers
Safe
as
for-
Superman officially returns, and his
Why is
first
it US
big
Air Force? I
action
guess she was-
sequence back
okay.
is fine. It makes sense to do something
After
like
5
this.
years, I
mean,
guess.
They already saved more people than in Man of Steel. But here's the thing. From Luthor testing his evil plan to Superman getting everybody to safety, we spent a total of 16 minutes. That's including the crystal getting a couple of jump starts before it causes panic, Clark talking to Jimmy inside a bar, Superman taking a ship to space that in no way affects the story, and
Why did
watching
he just
effects
do
that
that?
for the time were
I
good,
remember-
but
remember
weren't
that's how
building
they used to
the
do it.
16-minute scene around it good. Apparently this film didn't go through any test audiences, and this
Really?
is one that
Why?
really could have used it.
Why do they
There are
not do
so
that?
many scenes that easily could have been cut down, or at the very least, focused on more interesting stuff. Like Lois's son. Holy shit, Lois has a son.
Yeah,
Well, what
that's
the
a big
hell
deal.
is he like? He ought to be interesting. Well, he's there.
Who are you?
I'm Clark.
What's him be
thank
like
God
your
he's
Superman?
not my kid. We also have Richard, played by James Marsden, who's, get this, the other guy!
Of course he is.
Weird, right?
Is that what he
A
always
handsome
plays?
do-gooder who's always second banana, usually to something blue. But don't worry, they make him fascinating. They give him the intriguing characteristics of being a pilot and loves horror movies. Anything else?
He's also a pilot, and he loves horror movies.
That's it?
Guess that's it.
That's it.
How is it we're
That's
50
his only
minutes
qualities.
in? 50 minutes in, and we've learned nothing about these people. Look at Lois's introduction in the first Superman. Immediately you have an idea what her personality is like. Egotistical, gets what she wants, would probably cause trouble just to report on it.
What are you writing, Miss Lane?
I mean...
Ode to spring. How do you spell massacre?
It's got everything.
Oh.
It's sex, it's got
How
violence.
do you not know how to spell that?
There are few people left in the world who feel comfortable saying that word.
What word?
Swell. Really?
On screen for a few
Why?
minutes, you immediately get her character. Almost an hour in, and what do we know about this Lois? Well, she likes Superman.
You were from totally different worlds, but you showed such a strong connection that you knew you were destined to be with each other.
Really?
Oh.
Like Superman.
125 pounds, faster than a speeding bullet, draws his power from the
Say
sun.
125 pounds?
Yeah, if Superman wasn't in this movie, I have no idea what she'd be talking about. In fact, even when he wasn't in the movie, she was still talking about him. And got a Pulitzer
How
for
in
it.
the world can Superman be 125 pounds?
Superman. Great.
And the funny thing is, going by this movie's portrayal, Superman's kind of a dick.
And then he just takes off without explaining why or without even saying goodbye.
Well, maybe he wanted to say goodbye, but maybe it was too difficult for him.
Wow.
I mean, that excuse worked on all the hookers I kept employed. I figured it
Oh.
would work on you. Oh, that's right. Facebook's not a thing yet. Gonna have to stalk the old-fashioned way.
Facebook wasn't a thing. Facebook wasn't a thing in 2006.
Sure we didn't put on Brightburn Returns?
Also, does he really look through the windows? Can he see through things?
Why the world doesn't need Superman?
No.
That
The other
just
one.
her
I
ex.
spent the night with Superman.
No, wait, the other one. Why I love Superman and will never love anyone else, especially people named Richard. Back to back, we have what's great about this movie, followed by what's awful
This
about
is
this
fly into
movie.
space.
Superman flies high above the earth, listening to all the cries of the world
Couldn't he,
and
like,
thinks which ones are the most important to
Extinct everyone. Just right now.
help. That's a great scene and deserves the time they took to show it, but it's followed by this. No, wait, I'm sorry, I edited that to show what should have followed this. Superman stopping a bank heist, and even a cool scene where a bullet bounces off his arm. But no, we get police sirens. The cars pulling up, money being carried, cops aiming their guns, the weapons being set up,
how big
loading
was that
up
gun?
a helicopter that's never used, cops sneaking
Wait,
in,
why is that
cops trying
helicopter?
to stop him, cops failing in stopping him, turning the gun around, aiming
Oh, it's a
the
big
gun,
gun.
and then finally Superman
Oh, I see
shows
you're
up.
awake.
We could have figured all this out by just cutting to him reflecting the
That's
bullets.
funny.
But
Superman
no,
Returns made you
we
wake up.
needed a whole 2 minutes of these non-main characters and their situation being established. And look, I know
like
that sounds like a
1:30
nitpick. I
in
mean,
the
2
morning.
minutes, big whoop. But this is a problem that follows the entire movie. Look at here. All you need to show is a woman's car out of control and Superman saves her. Easy.
So it's
No, we
Jump
gotta
Force.
show him putting down the car, people
Kind of.
looking,
Same
still
pattern.
putting down the car, people still looking, taking her to the hospital, this weird tracking on a kid taking a picture. Why did you need a track in? A 1 second still shot would have been fine. Watch.
Yeah.
See, fine. These scenes are so desperate to waste people's time that there's literally a close-up of her pearls while she's driving. What the fuck did that matter? Why do I need to know she wears pearls?
How much time do they spend on that?
Our time is important.
I mean, 2.5 hour long movie.
Mine isn't. I'm doing this, but I have consideration for other people.
Thanks, Doug.
I hope this hasn't put you off of driving. Statistically speaking, 1.3 million die in a year.
Reports of flooding in from Metropolis, Houston, Gotham, and as far
Metropolis,
away as
Houston,
Cairo.
and
The
Gotham.
superhero Batman had this to say. How do you know where I live? Oh, I mean, I'm just crashing on this Wayne guy's couch.
These are iconic.
Because it's the comic book cover, get it?
Oh, it
I
is?
would've made
Oh,
this.
okay, I did not know that.
Taken by a 12-year-old with a camera phone.
Bullshit, a crystal clear
Ain't no
high-res
way.
photo
Ain't
taken
no
from
way.
a Breaking Bad phone you'd find in Fruit Loops. I can believe a man
What?
can fly, but not a Samsung SCH can take a picture that doesn't look like a Scary Stories illustration.
Every other
What?
paper in this town has got a female reporter stashed on the roof covering Superman.
Chief, I've done Superman.
The
Hey, you made that joke, not me. We should talk about medicine for our son. Clark proceeds to
How
watch
old's the kid?
Lois as she
4?
leaves
5?
for a rather long period of time.
Maybe 3. Probably 3. 3 or 4. Wait, so why did he need to look through the window? Or maybe he wasn't looking through the windows.
Am I supposed to be creeped out by Superman? I need a second opinion on this. Tamara?
Oh no.
Yes.
If I could see through walls and I watched you going up an elevator...
That's some scary shit, and there's no other way to see that.
What are you gonna do about
I'm
it?
not
It's
crazy.
Superman.
I don't think it's weird at all.
Malcolm, no. Malcolm, no. Malcolm, no.
Malcolm, do you have something else to do?
Nope.
I just like to watch you guys.
Well, 2's great, but 3's a crowd.
Uh-huh.
I get it. You two want to be alone.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Okay. I have homework I gotta do anyway.
Homework?
Bye, lovebirds.
Homework?
Usually people move when they say goodbye.
Yeah.
No, they don't. They watch people in their homes.
Okay, you're becoming Superman creepy. Tamara, I think we should move...
Tamara does a living room. Don't tell Malcolm. What? What do you mean don't tell Malcolm why? Oh, Tamara. He's just there. Dude, I love the crop out. Like...
Are you watching me at night?
As opposed to...
Oh? In general? Just always? How did this not become a meme? That should have become a meme. He's still there. Is he gonna be the entire time? Please.
I'm in the mood to...
He is. He's still there!
Guess we're doing this. I'm in the mood to get fresh, pre-measured ingredients and mouth-watering seasonal recipes delivered right to my door with HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
They approve this?
HelloFresh lets you skip those trips to the grocery store and makes home cooking fun, easy, and affordable. HelloFresh's recipes are incredibly delicious, offering so many recipes to choose from each week to help you break out of your recipe rut.
I mean, I eat the same thing over and over again. I made the same meal prep for 3.5 years now.
You can save
Eat it
up
5
to
times a week.
28% by
Same
using
thing, same way.
versus your grocery store shopping trips. With HelloFresh, you can also eat more sustainably.
Meal prepping's really good.
HelloFresh's pre-portioned ingredients means there's less prep for you and less food waste. I mean,
but I'm also weird because I can eat the same thing over and over and over
HelloFresh
again.
is flexible and fits your
I never
lifestyle.
get tired of it.
Easily change your delivery days or food preferences and skip a week whenever you need. HelloFresh is also committed to giving back. They've donated over 2.5 million meals to charities in 2019. And this year they're stepping up their food donations.
Whatever this video makes the first day, if you're watching this on Monday when it comes live, whatever this video makes the first day, we'll go to the charity that's shouted out to in this video if there is one.
But with HelloFresh,
shout out to the patrons. Couldn't do it if it wasn't for them.
Easy, cutting down on those trips to the grocery store. The one I make the most is the cranberry apple pork chop. It's so easy to make and
amazing.
delicious to eat. Alright, let's see. Will this do?
And I'm somebody that eats very...
not. I'm just gonna tell them about the deal. If you go to HelloFresh.com/Nostalgia60 and use the code Nostalgia60, you get $60 off your first 3 weeks.
He's still there.
That's including free shipping on your
still there.
box. Additional restrictions apply. Just visit HelloFresh.com.
Dude, imagine if he just blinked like
awesome
one
are
time.
Well, they let us drag out this stupid joke for God knows how long. So they not only have great food,
They had to
have a great
approve
sense
this,
of
by
humor.
the way.
Still can't. What is happening?
Someone at
Go to
HelloFresh had to sit there and watch this and
for
approve
great
it.
food delivered right to your home.
And they did.
HelloFresh,
That's
America's #1 meal kit. Wow, this is wow.
He's still there. Is he still gonna be there? Is he going away ever? He's still there. He's still there. Okay. Doug has the power.
Superman approaches Lois at the top of the Daily Planet. Finally, we can get some
It'd be
insight
very
into
windy.
the reason he abandoned his home and the people he swore to protect.
How could you leave us like that?
Krypton? Well, when astronomers thought they found it, I had to see for myself.
Is it actually it?
Pretty much that sentence again.
Yep.
Yeah, that totally justifies ditching your responsibilities and even letting a dangerous criminal go. Oh, did I forget to show that part?
Wait.
The appeals court called Superman as a witness, and he wasn't around.
I'm 100%
Oh.
with Lois here.
How do you just call Superman as a witness? You just
Flying her through the
say it out
sky.
loud?
Thank God they have no chemistry whatsoever, and she looks at all of this with blank indifference.
At least that makes more sense.
Romantic
Yeah.
scenes in cinematic history recreated with the love completely neutered. I felt more passion when Supergirl flew a bumper car with her unconscious boyfriend. I'm at least somewhat curious how that relationship turned out.
Uh-huh. So where are her shoes?
I felt nothing.
Me too. Let's never do that again.
So will I see you around?
I'm always around.
That's surprisingly not comforting, you creepy-ass stalker. Lois does more research on the blackouts, leading her to Lex Luthor's
she knows that Clark. Dude, that
Yeah, this
yacht
could be
is
dangerous. Bring the kid along.
insane.
Are we trespassing?
No. Yes.
Yes.
What's important is how much you can serve as a human shield.
Yeah, is that like, hey, you're not gonna do anything because there's a kid here. Oh.
Wings! Wings! Ah! Lex spots them and holds them hostage, of course, revealing his new evil plan. You'll be happy to know it's exactly the same as the old evil plan.
Hello, new West Coast, my West Coast.
You're building an island?
What
Not
about,
just an island,
Otisburg?
An entirely new continent. The West Coast as we know it would fall into the sea.
But the United States
Will be under
What in the world?
Costa del Lex, Lutherville,
Otisburg.
The world will be begging me for a piece of high
Dude, he made a new map.
beachfront property. Millions of innocent people would be killed.
But millions of
He's
people
really
will
trying to
die.
make
You know, I gotta
oceanfront.
give you credit, Lex. Nuclear Man was stupid, but at least it was new.
I literally looked at the ocean today. That was a long drive.
Bring it on! Otisburg will be a reality! We're shown he has kryptonite, as well as the big twist in the film that is so bizarrely delivered, it's one of my favorite laughs in the movie.
What?
It's when Luthor asks who the boy's father is.
Richard, we're approaching the
Is
coordinates.
he checking to see?
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. Latitude 40 degrees
what?
north.
Not only does it interrupt a big dramatic moment, but it's not even that great a joke to
But-
interrupt such a big dramatic moment. And that weirdly makes it hilarious.
I guess that makes
It's
sense
almost
because
as
the kid
funny
be
as thinking
freaking out
this
because
took place after
kryptonite.
Superman 2. Wouldn't that kid be like 25? No, well, the strongest alien in the world has offspring. Better leave him with one lone
Wait, does he
henchman.
actually? Is
That
that
should
actually
keep things
Superman's
safe.
kid? Who was that guy supposed to be?
He wanted to be in the Joker's gang, but even he wouldn't take juggalos.
Oh.
Lois gets their coordinates to land while Jason and the henchmen play chopsticks because Superman. But Lois is spotted and attacked.
Oh no. Hey, I think the kid's his.
I'd pay real money if his corpse looked like this.
That would have been amazing. Wait.
Don't leave me in here with this
have
freak!
mini Superman.
Let's ask Jason if he can open the door, but I guess it was one of those in-the-moment things.
Could you help Mommy open the door?
Nope.
Sorry.
Gotcha. Hey, can one of you out there beat me up so my kid can go berserk?
Yeah.
Luthor fires the crystal and the kryptonite, creating a giant island, and Superman once again
Wait,
has
just
to
create
choose
an
between
island?
saving the people or Lois first. Buildings shake, water rises, and even the sewers are set on fire.
How'd that happen? Oh no. Manhole
While
cover's
Marston
getting
flies
flown.
in to save Lois and Jason, honestly looking more dedicated and heroic than Superman in many respects. Don't worry, she'll totally leave him for the guy that left her. But she gets knocked out and engulfed deep below because
And
we had
saved.
to do that for some reason too.
That was terrifying.
Unlike
Are
the
they just
first
sinking
film where it's a
in the
legit
yacht?
shocking and heartbreaking moment when
Doesn't mean
she
he's gonna
dies,
rewind
we
the
all
Earth.
know they're not gonna do that again. So we watch them underwater and Superman save people for 10 minutes. This movie has the exact
survived
opposite
that
problem
long?
of Man of Steel. Where in that one I want him to save more people. Here I want to see
Hopefully I
him get
didn't have
some
to,
shit
like,
up.
blur
Even
anything.
the one criminal we see him stop in
1911?
this entire movie, it's taken care of off screen. I'm tired of just seeing him hold stuff. It's
I guess it's for the
2006. You
budget.
can do a lot more.
Yeah.
Hell, in 1980, you were doing a lot more. So why is this
Product
supposed to be
placements
interesting?
probably helped with that
oh
one.
yeah, drag out that drowning sequence. I'm so afraid they won't make it. Hey, remember that Superman reboot where they killed his son as well as Lois? Really got me there, movie.
That is just gonna pick up the entire thing.
Saves them in time, yeah. I
It'd be
wish I could
holding
too. And
water.
he lets them to sink.
It'd be so heavy.
Well,
but I guess
hope this
not
hasn't
too
put
heavy
you off
for
of
him.
sailing. Statistically speaking, it's a hobby. He checks to make sure Lois is okay.
Oh, okay.
She'll be fine.
Also, she's pregnant with triplets. Good luck with that.
Triplets?
Superman confronts Luthor unaware
Oh, that
the island
landing.
he's created
My
is
knees
filled
hurt.
with kryptonite.
What's the word I'm searching for? It's a little alien. It lacks that human touch.
You're the last person to talk about human touch.
Yeah.
He punches
That's
Superman
terrible.
and his henchmen join in, rendering him helpless.
no.
Because we gotta do that scene too. I guess it's supposed to be sad, but I'm just cracking up over how Spacey says the word kryptonite.
Tonight.
I'm supposed to feel bad in any scene that has a delivery like that.
Tonight. Tonight.
How many takes did that take? He rolled it so perfectly.
I didn't know when you said we kill billions of people that meant someone dying.
Yeah, what is her role in this?
Ugh, give up?
That's not good.
Thank God, this movie doesn't have enough footage of people drowning. Lois and
You know
her
what they
family
could
saves
use?
him, but oh no, the
I'm sorry, he
plane
knows how
might
to
not
fly
make
planes.
it. Yeah,
I'm guessing he flew
isn't
there.
that the biggest nail biter you want in a Superman movie? Whether a plane will take off?
And then it's gonna barely.
Oh,
Also,
I
the
guess
island's
that's it.
growing.
They're holding in that shot a long time. I guess they're dead. Better roll
Yeah,
the
no
credits.
reason.
Luthor
And then,
won.
whoa, wow.
Oh, you got me again,
Yeah.
movie. 2 fake outs. How are you doing this? Please drag out
Did
this
anybody
hideous-looking
believe it?
climax, as it's such a relief from the
God, the
hideous
island
looking
looks like some
everything
straight
else.
up Power World
yeah,
or
mention
Ark
this movie's
Survival
hideous,
Vault.
yet it's fucking hideous.
It's so dark.
Thank you.
Superman says he can't go out on such a pussy note, so he flies back to try and stop
But
Luthor.
there's kryptonite.
Are billions of people really going to die?
No, they get ice cream. The fuck do you think? The exciting climax happens that I know you've all been waiting for.
What?
Superman lifts a giant rock.
Does he put it in space? Or, I mean, he can't drop it.
Woo! Yeah, lift that big
He's just
thing.
picking
This
things
is so
up.
much different than the time he held those other big
Uh-huh.
things. This
He's
time
actually
it's
picking it up.
bigger.
That's true.
Woo! Yeah, lift that rock, Superman. This is what we waited 2 hours to see. Thank
And he's
Christ.
just taking the
Man,
space.
if he
Everyone
actually
on that
threw a
would
punch
die.
in this movie, like hit anybody. Fuck
But
that
there's
noise.
kryptonite
Lifted
right
a
there.
rock. Woo! A rock. Jesus himself back to
Oh,
Earth, as
here
I
we go
guess
with
they're
this.
building up the ultimate sacrifice for the people.
What do you mean the ultimate
giving his
sacrifice?
life
Why did he?
for
Because he was that close to
humanity.
kryptonite and he couldn't
I
survive
don't even
space?
think he likes people. In the other films, he talks with the community, makes jokes, saves cats from trees. In this version, he acts like he wants to get away from folks as
He's like,
soon
I
as
want
he
to
saves
retire.
them.
He's like, I wish I didn't come back.
Good night, Catherine.
I guess the idea is he wants to save more people, but if you want to drag out this big emotional moment like humanity meant so much to him, show him with humanity. Because God knows we're not going to get it with him and Lois, or him and Richard, or even him and his goddamn son. The movie opens with him saying he ditched everybody. I feel like
And
asking,
then he's
what
like,
the hell
oh yeah,
were
he's
you
back.
doing for 2.5
That's a
hours
crazy
in not
long movie.
exploring your human connections? Except I literally saw what you were doing all that time, and I still have no idea.
Superman is dead.
Morbid, Perry.
What a title.
Always be prepared.
Also, what's the
Another
date?
brilliant
It says
fake out.
2006.
I'm sure they'll kill Superman in his first big reboot back. Idiots. You wait for the second film to do that. That's thinking.
Wait, so
Meanwhile, Lex's assistant feels bad and sabotages
Batman versus
him
Superman was
because
the
we
second
gotta
one?
go through the. Oh fuck, you know by this point. And they're stranded on a deserted island.
But what will we have to eat?
a dog, the dog, the dog. There's not enough there.
No, seriously, they ate that fucking dog.
Wait, really?
And I still like him better than Eisenberg. He would eat that dog unprompted. Lois visits Superman in the hospital and whispers in his ear the truth. I killed Mufasa.
What?
And he eventually gets better and visits Jason in his...
Dude, how do doctors
Again,
even know how to
this
work
isn't
on Superman?
terrifying
His
in the
anatomy.
slightest.
There can
I mean, he doesn't need to be in the house to do that.
one.
You will be different. Sometimes you will feel like an outcast, but you'll never be alone.
Yeah, say whatever pretty speech you want, you still have no connection with this kid.
Yeah.
Apart from bumping into him, hopefully remembering his name, and abandoning him like you abandoned an entire planet of living creatures to look for alien dirt.
Does nobody
I'm
have
inspired
screens
to
on their
spit.
windows?
I'm not paying child support unless you say it.
Will we see you?
I'm always around.
How many times do you have to say that?
Spoken like a true deadbeat dad.
Good night, Lois.
Good luck with your fiance. I'm sure he'll be fine with
I'm not even
everything
married.
you've been keeping from him. My
Dude,
God,
he
we're
find-
terrible
dude.
people. I can't even smile at the camera. I'm so damn
You know the
depressed.
joke that's like, find out your ex's... No, your like your
not for
partner's
very long.
ex is like a Navy SEAL. It was a
Stated
stand-up.
earlier,
That dude was
Superman
funny.
Returns was not the box office powerhouse
Imagine
they hoped for, and they eventually
Your
rebooted it
significant
again
other
with Man
was
of
like,
Steel
oh
7
yeah,
years
my
later.
ex is
And for all
Superman.
that film's problems, I can at least point to a couple of fun moments. This one is just a drawn-out bore. It does have some
It's
good
him picking up
ideas,
stuff.
but they're never explored enough to be made interesting. Much like Superman in this movie, it begins with a good concept and then abandons it for seemingly no reason. I wouldn't mind seeing Superman as a father. I think it'd actually be kind of cool to see what
Superman
a super kid
struggling to raise a
I'd be down
kid
for
would
him
be
being gone
hilarious.
For a while. I don't know. There's something
It'd be
complex.
kinda
you
like,
could do
what,
with
The
that.
Incredibles?
But they never dive into the mindset of what anyone is going through. I barely know shit about this.
So how does a kid need
so why
asthma?
Do I want to see him in another
Or how does a
movie?
kid need
Or
asthma?
any of
Has
these
asthma?
characters for
Sorry,
that
it's
matter.
1 a.m.
2.5 hours,
And this
I
is my
feel like
7th
I don't
video
know
recorded
them
today.
at all.
It's been a long
That's
day.
a major problem. I think his heart is in the right place, but it's simply lacking in anything, for lack of a better word, super. I'm the Nostalgia Critic, and why do I still feel like I'm being watched?
Because you are. What happened to the door? He's still there. Hi, how's it going?
This is what heroes do.
No, it's not, Malcolm. Malcolm, stop it. Tonight. I actually do pretty well. Hey, cheer to shout out. Oh, nope. Oh, what cat is that?
Working from home.
That's not Chaplin. Oh, I miss my orange boy. Bye.
Hey, Doug
Yep.
Walker here, doing the charity shout out.
So whatever video makes
this
the first day, we
shout-out's
go to the charity.
A little different
As
than
long as
the
it's
other
like a
ones.
real
These
one.
are .orgs fighting for racial justice, and what I like about this
Fair
is
enough.
that you give a certain amount, and it's not just to one charity. It's actually distributed evenly to a bunch of different charities. Like you got Unicorn Riot, Fair Fight Action, Know Your Rights, and I think like 9 others in there. So it's a bunch of these charities focusing on racial justice. And the other nice thing about it too is that let's say there's one that you like a little more, you have more of a lean towards,
Oh,
or
you can,
something
like,
that. You can
proportionate?
actually go and distribute whatever amount
Proportion.
you want. They have like a little box for each one, and if it's
I guess I'll just
whatever,
do
$10,
all of
they'll
them.
distribute it.
It's
evenly,
not going to
but
be a
let's say, I
significant
wanna
amount of
give
money.
A little more to this. You could
Videos
totally
don't make
do
a lot of
that
money.
too. So there's a lot of options there,
Like,
which is really, really
videos
nice.
probably
So
make
I highly
maybe
encourage you
$10
to go check it out if it's something
in the
you're
first
interested
day, and that's
in.
gonna be
Please consider
probably-
donating, and also, you know, a lot of them.
The
are also
second day
very
it'll
open to
probably make like
volunteering
$2,
as well, so check
and then the
that
third day
out.
it'll probably make like less than $1.
There's a lot of
That's typically how my
good
videos go.
organizations doing really, really good work, and they deserve your attention, man. So
He's a
check them
Cyclops
out.
now.
Take care.
All right. And like I said, shout out to the patrons, because it wouldn't be possible if it was not for them. And so this was Superman Returns. I guess we're going to have another one that goes live next week. I'm not sure which one that's going to be. I'm learning a lot about Superman due to Nostalgia Critic the past couple weeks. So if you enjoyed the Nostalgia Critic's review on the Super movies, you've been enjoying the past couple weeks of the Nostalgia Critic. So shout out to all the patrons. I know a lot of patrons enjoy these videos. I know a lot of people enjoy these videos. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope you're subscribed so you don't miss future videos. And I hope to see you back in the next video, which is going to be another super related one. I'll be reading your comments, and I'll be recording. No, wait, yes, I will have read the comments of this video before I record the next one, because I'm recording this ahead of time. Yes, traveling. I don't know. It's crazy. Life's busy. I'm trying my best. Thank you for watching. But until next video, take care and cue the music.